Hey, what's up you guys? I'm Fernando and welcome to my channel. Today's video is all about this phrase over here. Poverty is a sin. How do you feel about that? Sort of like some kind of moral judgment, right? The social conditioning would tell us that. Poverty is a sin? What do you mean? That's not what this beautiful phrase is trying to tell us. This is about love. This is about remembering who we are. So in this video, we're going to unpack this phrase and what it is trying to tell us. I also literally drew two instances regarding lack and abundance so that we can finally understand what allowing abundance to be present really is and how to be a match to it so that you can live your best life, so that you can manifest all your dreams and your desires. Because guess what? Your desires are God's desires. Period. Full stop. And when I say God, I'm not talking about an old man sitting on a cloud playing a harp. I'm talking about the universe. I'm talking about all that is. I am talking about divinity, source, energy. And guess what? You are part of that. You are a beautiful light being. You are a spark of light that is one with the one light. Abundance is your birthright. You are literally light. You are literally love. And so when we understand this and understand what the energy of money and abundance really is, it's like going back home. Because to quote Arnold Patton, you don't create abundance, you create limitations. To quote Wayne Dyer, abundance is not something we acquire, it's something we tune into. It is literally present, it is literally everywhere, available and ready and wanting and waiting to come to you. You are one with abundance. You are worthy. You deserve everything. Your desires are God's desires. Okay? There is nothing selfish about having the desires that you have. You are an eternal spiritual being having a temporary human experience. And so why is it that we feel so separate? Why is it that we feel so disconnected? Why is it that we feel so unworthy and therefore limit the amount of the money energy that can flow through us? Why is it? Okay, so let's begin from the beginning when we're born. Right? We are light, we are love, we are one with all that is. When we decide to come to earth, we surrender to the veil of forgetfulness. So the consciousness, love, light, all words for the same thing, okay? Consciousness, love, light, abundance, it's all you, okay? So you are consciousness, and when you come to the physical body and you're born, you surrender to what is called the veil of forgetfulness. You literally forget who you are. You literally forget your connection to all that is. You literally forget all about all the power that you are, basically. So this is you, baby you, okay? The newborn you. You got here, you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? What is this? What is happening? The veil has just come down, right? And yet you're there, awareness. You never cease to be. You're just having the amnesia experience, right? And it's part of the design. That's part of the earth experience, right? So this is you, the newborn you. Immediately, you're given a name. So for me, Fernando. Pure consciousness, but I'm given a name. Soon enough, I identify with that name. And so stories begin to build up. Stories. Layers upon layers of stories. Upon stories upon stories, right? And I am here as the light, but then there's my name, and then there are stories and stories and stories and stories that dim the light that we are. We are still the light, but these are dimming the light. And then we're here, right? We get to adulthood and we have no idea what we're doing here, how powerful we are. All we see is separation and competition. and division and not enoughness for the most part, right? Because we totally like forgot what we are. And so we're like, okay, gotta get a job, gotta hustle and grind, and it's so painful, and we're living here, this experience of so little money coming in. It's not that we don't deserve it, it's just there's too much gunk here, okay? Limitations. And a lot of these limitations, they're related to money. Some are related to other things, but a lot of them relate to money. Money limitations, money limiting stories. And so this video is about abundance and money, so that's what we're talking about, okay? But the limitations could be for any area of your life, basically. And so when that's the case, which is the case for so many of us on earth, right? We're like, I'm not worthy, I don't deserve, but I want money, I want to manifest abundance. Let's take a look at the drawing so that it becomes crystal clear, okay? Do you see these lines here? This inflow, this influx of red lines? Let these represent the energy of money wanting and coming into you, flowing to and through you, okay? So here, as you can see, just 4 sad little lines. And here, so many more lines, right? You are a vessel for the energy of money. Depending on the limitations you carry in your subconscious mind, the vessel that you are for the energy of money becomes constricted, becomes narrow. So its bandwidth is narrow. And so the energy of money, which is abundant by nature. Why? Because the universe is limitless. It's infinite. So therefore, its nature is abundant. There's so much more than enough to go around by nature. This is something the conscious mind doesn't really understand, because the conscious mind is finite, right? But let's all remember that the universe is limitless. So the amount of money energy to come to and through you is unlimited. It is unlimited, period, full stop. It's non-negotiable, okay? Because it's the universe, guys. I'm sorry, what are you gonna do? Okay? And it's present. Think of it like this flow of water that's looking for an outlet or outlets. There's an abundant, endless flow of water or money energy that's looking for outlets to flow to and through. And we, the people, are the outlets. And so money, the energy of money, is wanting you to be an outlet. But then the stories are limiting. These stories are the beliefs in your subconscious mind, okay? And there are so many that your vessel becomes tiny. And then the energy of money that is looking to come to you, it can't, because it bypasses you. Some come in, but a lot of it just bypasses you because there is no space, so to speak. The energy of money is neutral, okay? There's no meaning attached. There are no stories attached, because universal energy, right? Has nothing to do with the mind-made stories. Nothing. But the mind-made stories are contained in your subconscious mind. And so you, the energy molding instrument that you are, in this capacity over here, there is a filter. You become like a filter. So the money that's passing here is being filtered. And then the way you use the money, the meaning you give for the money that you use, then that's something else. But inherently, money is absolutely neutral. So when you're using your money for the highest good of yourself and everyone else, it's just such a blessing, right? You're just guiding the money energy towards blessings and the highest good of all and the expansion of everyone. How beautiful, right? So this has to do with your filter. So maybe your filter is too gunked up with too many stories, and then this filter constricts the passage, and then you don't have too much money coming in. It's not that there isn't enough, it's just that you're not a big enough of a vessel for it to pass through you. This person over here, we're talking money, okay? So the money beliefs, I don't see, well, maybe one. Let's do one. Okay, so one limiting belief over here. But it's just one and it's tiny. So the energy of money is able to pass through this person. So when you receive money, it's coming to you. And then when you spend money, it's leaving you. That's what this flow is representing, okay? Receiving money and then spending money. Now look at this. Whenever you spend money, you are literally touching other lives. You are literally touching other souls. When you go to a restaurant and have a delicious, beautiful meal that you so deserve, food is a gift, food is a blessing, food is a miracle. So when you're at a restaurant eating your delicious food, you are touching the lives of the people that work in that restaurant. The people that supply the food even. It's such a big chain, right? When you're paying for something, you are literally blessing lives. You are literally touching souls. Now, as you can see here, this person is not having a ball, okay? Lots of, limiting stories here. Money is trying to come to them, but it can't, right? At least not so much. And then they're touching the lives of a few people, not having a ball, not fulfilling all their needs, not manifesting their desires, and their desires are God's desires, okay? Don't forget. And they're not touching many lives. Poverty is a sin. You're sinning against your nature, your true nature, because your true nature is abundance. And because of the misconceptions, it feels like poverty is more noble, right? This guy over here, or gal, touching so many lives. They're traveling, they're staying at hotels, they're going to restaurants often, they're buying organic food, they're going to events and shows. They're buying a new car. Look at the number of people they're touching with their money energy because it's passing through them. They receive it and they use it. They spend the money. They donate their money, whatever. You are touching lives. Not to mention, you're living your best life. Your desires are God's desires. And so the stories regarding money, they're not serving anyone. It's so funny. And we're here to shine, okay? We're not here to suffer and do stuff that we don't want to do. That's not in alignment. Wealth equals hard work and sacrifice. What do you think of this quote? I used to believe this 100%, and my experience was not fun. I was an ESL instructor for over 15 years. Although I liked to teach, I did not like teaching ESL, English as a second language. I did not, and I did it for 15 years. And it was so funny because there was this sense of validation that I got. I hate doing this, I don't resonate, but hey, I'm waking up early, I'm doing this thing, and I feel like I fit in, but it was so out of alignment. So out of alignment. And then I would get wasted on the weekends. I would drink to excess. I would do drugs because I just had to in my head, because how can I withstand and go through another week doing that thing that I hate and that I dread so much without like resetting the system by just drinking until I pass out in my sofa. And yet it felt like I was fitting in. And we never stopped to question it and go like, wait a second here. I came here to shine, and I came here to do something that excites me, that thrills me, because the emotions, which are frequencies of excitement, creativity, when you're doing something that, time just flies by, you could do that all day. That is literally the way the universe is communicating with you. Literally communication from the universe. When you feel thrilled and excited about an activity, is the universe telling you, hey, this is you. Follow that thread. And we begin to live our purpose. And when we live our purpose, abundance is just the result of the alignment. And as it's always present, it just becomes present because it is its nature, it's who you are. Does that make sense? Hopefully this is making sense. So making money, being abundance is your true nature, is home. And look how beautiful. Look how beautiful. Now there are a lot of myths that also plague and add up to the limiting stories over here, right? For example, money is the root of all evil. Is it though? I mean, if we go back to the explanation here, money is energy. As with everything, everything is energy. This board looks solid, it's not, okay? It's vibrating, it has a frequency, everything is consciousness. Consciousness is the essence of everything, and consciousness is vibration, it is frequency. So money is also frequency. And the frequency of money is inherently neutral. So money is the root of all evil. I don't think so, The filter which the frequency of money, abundance passes through might be filthy. It's not even the person, it's the filter. And what is the filter? All these stories, the limitations. So the filter might be filthy, but leave the riches out of this, okay? Because riches are divinity, okay? Abundance is just divine. So there's none of that, okay? It's noble to live with just enough or in lack. Is it though? Are you having fun when that's the case? Are you helping and touching other souls when that's the case? I don't think so. But most of us live here with all the layers limiting our light. And so we see this happening. And then by contrast, it's like, oh, but there's so many people in lack and then this few percentage of people with so much. How can that be the case? It's the filter. Everyone has access to it. Everyone. Why? Because the energy of money is unlimited. Because the universe is unlimited. There is no such a thing. And so when we begin to remember these things, everything begins to shift. You follow your bliss. You begin to allow the frequency of money to flow to and through you. You don't complain about the prices of things. You don't get triggered by wealthy things, rich people. Because when you're triggered by wealth, it means there are limiting stories in your mind that are blocking wealth. It's telling you that wealth is filthy. And if you believe it, you experience it because you narrow your bandwidth for the flow of money. I was on Instagram yesterday and coincidentally I saw an ad by T. Harv Eker, the guy who wrote The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And I thought it was so synchronistic because I was planning this video, and he was showing this. The mental plane, the emotional plane, the spirit plane, and the physical plane. The physical plane is the realm of your results, of the effect. So cause and effect. So what are your results in life regarding money? Are you here? That's the effect. It's coming from these realms over here, the invisible realms. So the thoughts you're having, the emotions you're feeling, Bob Proctor spoke about it a lot. Your thoughts produce your emotions, and your emotions dictate your actions. When you have thoughts of lack, which lead to emotions of lack and being triggered by wealth, as we were just speaking about, those things will lead you to take action that will provide you with results of lack, of not enough. So it's an inside job. It's always an inside job. What are your beliefs about wealth? You are all the power. You are love. You are light. You deserve to live your best life. You are so worthy. You are more than worthy. You are more than enough. You are. Your desires are God's desires. When you're feeling excited to do anything, to get something, to create something, that's God's desires. You are a vessel for divinity. And so we just get to own it. We get to own it and remember that there is more than enough. Bless everything and everyone. You see something that is very wealthy, very rich, expensive, bless it and welcome it. Because when we're saying, no, this is expensive, this is not right, is the filthy rich, we're blocking it. We're blocking it because we live in an energetic world. We don't see it. It's invisible. But nonetheless, it's there, and it is fundamental reality. It is fundamental reality. Same thing with a compliment. When you receive a compliment, if you're like, oh, I gotta be modest because you're blocking it. Open your arms and be grateful and thankful. Bless it, transmute it, and go back home because you are literally abundance itself. I hope this makes it crystal clear to you when it comes to what the energy of money really is and what its nature is, which is limitless. I'm going to link a video for you to continue on your journey where I also speak about money and limiting beliefs. It's very powerful. So I would invite you to go check it out right now. Blessings. I love you.